kindled enough, Cambius.
You can't possibly believe that Adam Chandler murdered that man.
Excuse me, we're not arresting anyone for murder.
Well, then what kind of a mess has Adam got himself into this time?
Actually, we're here for Adam Chandler Jr.
My husband didn't do anything.
What's the charge?
Assault.
You beat up Jamie?
No, he did not. If you're all wondering who the innocent victim is, that would be me. Assaulted me.
You can't do this. My husband, he's innocent.
Step back, ma'am.
Wait a minute, just a second. Give us a minute. What the hell do you think you're doing? If he hit you, I'm sure you deserved it.
Dixie would be touched to know that you're watching out for her boy.
And maybe you're gonna I should clock you myself.
Get a grip. Officer, could I just have 1 minute to sort this out? Yeah, thank you. Dr. Hayward, I want you to drop the charges against my son before I tear your throat out.
Oh, is that a threat, Adam? You want to turn this into a family affair?
Yeah, you tell the police that my son did not assault you.
I can't do that, Adam. Not until you and I have a very serious discussion about who killed Michael Cambius.
To do with you railroading my son into jail.
Don't play dumb with me, Adam. You want to keep your son out of the slammer, you'll negotiate. And quickly.
You have the right to remain silent.
Wait, what are you doing? My husband, he's not a criminal.
Officer, can't you serve and protect someplace else?
Back off, ma'am.
Officer,
right now.
there's at least a dozen people who deserve cuffs more than JR.
Yes, and I'm sure some of them have their own just for sport.
And here I thought Babe's soiree was going to be boring.
You have the right to remain silent.
But you can't do this. This isn't right.
Ma'am, I'd hate to haul in a mother-to-be.
But he didn't do anything wrong.
Hey, all right, babe, stay out of it.
Officer, I'm a witness. I saw the fight. JR was minding his own business, and that man attacked him.
Crystal, is it? I don't know you well enough to call you a liar, but you left the bar before JR hit you.
No, I did not. I heard you antagonizing my son-in-law. Then you threw the first punch.
That is not true. That's
Officer,
not what the other
I would arrest that man right there.
No, Crystal, just drop it, okay? I beat on Hayward first.
JR, that's enough.
No, I don't care. I'm gonna tell the truth. This jerk was ragging on me about Mom, and I let him have it, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Haven't you done enough damage to my family already?
All right, everybody calm down for a minute, okay? JR was drunk and he was itching for a fight. Something to do with trouble at home? No, I meant no disrespect to Dixie. You know how completely and how deeply I admired your mother.
You trashed her life, you son of a...
Don't do it, JR. Listen to me. Now's not the time. Beating him to a pulp is not going to solve any problems with your wife or your brother.
You got
I'm sure Dr. Hayward and I can work this out together in private.
Well, meet us down at the station. You can have all the privacy you want.
Well,
Wait, Pops, please do something.
it's late. It's very late. I'm sure your shift is almost over. Think of the paperwork we could save you.
All right. You got 5 minutes.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Why don't you follow Winifred into the kitchen for some coffee and make sure you get some of Lucretia's triple threat chocolate cake.
Right this way, officer.
Delicious. Oh, the cuffs. Officer, come on. He's not going anywhere. So, and I give you my word, we won't have another brawl.
Yes, we'll keep the peace. Colby doesn't need her brother in prison.
Shall we?
The great Adam Chandler at work. Huh? What are you gonna do, Dad? You gonna buy him off?
There are other ways to deal with Dr. Hayward than money and fists. Why don't you comfort your bride? Let's get this over with.
Baby, it was so close. Thank God your pop stepped in.
JR. I was kind of hoping you'd go along with my story, you know? Kind of show the not-so-good doctor that he doesn't mess with this family. Because we stick together.
Oh, you mean about the lie? About David hitting me first? That was good. You're good. I almost believed you. I was standing here myself. That takes real talent. Your daughter learned from the best.
I was only trying to help.
I need some air.
I'd stick to the appetizers if I were you. I shudder to think what Babe is going to nuke for our main course.
Well, at least my little girl has the good manners not to disrespect people behind their backs.
Guilty as charged. I also eavesdrop. It's just a trait that I haven't been able to conquer. It's a weakness. It's just that whatever the lie Babe told made JR go right out the door.
She, who lied to her own daughter, kept the truth about who her real father was away from her for years. I mean, actually let her own flesh and blood believe that a man as smarmy as Roger Smythe was her father.
Mary?
Oh, yeah, that's not the half of it, but I'm not a gossip, so I would recommend that you keep that flapping mouth of yours shut about stuff that doesn't even concern you.
You go, girl. I couldn't have said that better myself. And thank you for stepping up for my little girl.
Well, sure, I'm a champion of true love. But as much as I support two hearts finding their bliss, stay away from my ex. He's off limits. You go find your bliss someplace else, or you'll have me to deal with.
Well, Opal, I don't think that Palmer is really Crystal's type.
Everyone seems to be her type.
Well, you seem to be quite affectionate with Tad at the New Year's party.
Oh, and vice versa.
Well, Tad likes to have his fun, but don't get any ideas, because Tad belongs to Liza.
And Simone and anybody else who wants to grab the brass ring. So you won't mind if I help myself?
Over my dead body? I've seen the way you operate, Missy. No, Tad deserves better than to be just another notch on your compact.
Oh, listen to you all. It's pathetic and ridiculous whining and fighting over some who's gonna get the guy. What men, I might ask? There's nothing but scraps and leftovers. Oh, you saved my life, Marion. Thank you.
Well, this party's already a bust. We don't need a corpse on top of it.
Even yours.
Oh, it's so wonderful to have such a close friend.
Well, just because I saved your life doesn't mean we're still friends.
Darling, we've always been so close.
Well, not anymore, since you and Adam ganged up to drive poor JR's sweet wife out of this house.
Oh, poor yes. Hardly sweet.
You dare to judge? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, please, Mother. You know Mary doesn't do shame.